I would like to introduce the mission of the Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. We have some ground rules to be followed during the meeting. Please do not speak about sex, religion, or politics. Put any noise making devices while the meeting is on. Ensure you're on mute at all times except when you're speaking. With that, let's get started with the meeting. To preside this special meeting, we have a very special person from Singapore. He is a communication skills and peak performance coach and the current president of Star Millennium Advanced Toastmasters Club. He is very passionate about continuous self-development. In the last 3 months, can you imagine how many clubs he visited? He visited 60 different clubs just in the last 3 months. How ambitious. Let us unmute and put our hands together to give a warm welcome to the distinguished Toastmaster Kwan Hong from Singapore.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster, Lokesh. And once again, a wonderful afternoon in Singapore to my friends in Ocean's Toastmasters Club. And once again, very good afternoon to all my friends as well in the Star Millennium Advanced Toastmasters Club. Okay, and special mention goes out to the president, the current president of Ocean's Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Manju, Toastmaster Manju and Toastmaster Indu for making this happen. So ladies and gentlemen, today we are having a very special meeting, a meeting that is not only just between two clubs, but it is also between clubs of different countries, of different districts, and from different borders. And look at that, what wonderful thing it is to have a very good reunion between passionate Toastmasters from different countries coming together to share knowledge, to enjoy each other's company, as well as to learn from each other. So today's event is a very momentous moment and a very special moment that I believe many of us will remember for a long time. So how did this event really come about? Now, I remembered on 7th November, I attended the Ocean's Toastmasters Club meeting. And during that first meeting, I immediately fall in love with the club. The members were very passionate. Speakers were well prepared, and the appointment holders performed their duties to perfection. And not only that, the way they carry themselves as Toastmasters, as public speakers, as leaders, were elegant and very graceful. I could sense the passion immediately, the love for the craft, the love for developing their leadership skills, and the love for developing their communication and presentation skills. It was very obvious. And needless to say, I really enjoyed the meeting from start to end. And even after the meeting, I was still thinking about them. Wow. I was still fantasizing and dreaming about them. Have you ever had that feeling before? Well, I had. So it was on 7th November, and I think about 2 weeks later, or less than 2 weeks later, then President DTM Manju proposed on 18th November that we should have a joint meeting. And of course, our schedule for November and December has already been fixed, but we continue to push on. And right now, we have our first joint meeting for the year. And this is because people like President Manju, right? She had the foresight and the vision to see that this is possible, and therefore she proposed to make this happen. And of course, I would like to thank all of you here for really making this happen, for spending your Saturday with us right now. So today's meeting is about a new dawn. Okay, a new dawn. We know that it is a new year, 2021, and we have a new dawn today. So what are we going to do for this new dawn? I think we need to have three things, three R's in particular. The first R is to rejuvenate. Let us all make use of this meeting to rejuvenate our passion, rejuvenate our love for the craft, rejuvenate our love and passion and joy for Toastmasters. Because you see, public speaking is an endless journey. It is a continuous journey of growth. It is like exercising. We might have exercised a lot in the past, but if we stop exercising in 2021, do you think we will grow? Okay, we might not even grow, we might even decline. So let us use this chance to rejuvenate our passion, love, and energy for public speaking. That is one. Second, in the new dawn, let us renew. Okay, what can we renew? Let us renew our systems, our processes, our thought process. Renew our processes so that we always ensure we have best practices in line with the global Toastmasters mission. And we do this so that we can serve more people and contribute more people effectively. Okay, and the third one, realize. Now the world has really changed a lot. The way we are going to operate, or I believe the way Toastmasters is going to operate for the next 10 years is going to be different from the previous 10 years. Therefore, we need to realize, we need to come to a heightened sense of realization and insight that we are now a global Toastmasters club. We cannot just think of ourselves as a Singapore club or an Indian club. We cannot think of ourselves as a District 80 club, because going forward, we are more and more able and likely to learn from global Toastmasters, to contribute to global Toastmasters, and to build a dialogue and conversation with all the Toastmasters from around the world. We might have a new president coming from a different country. We might have EXCO members coming from different countries as well. You see, the world has changed. And therefore, for this topic itself, a new dawn, let us rejuvenate our passion, renew our systems and processes, and realize that we are going to perform very differently going forward. And I hope this message can encapsulate our passion for today's meeting. Thank you very much once again for being here today to support the meeting. And I'm sure every one of us will have a fantastic time. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Toastmaster of the days, Mrs. Sitara.
Hi, a very good afternoon, everyone. Hope you had a very good start to the new year. Happy 2021 to everyone. It's such a delight to have this joint meeting and to be QMD for this beautiful meeting with beautiful people just in front of me across regions, across continents. What a beautiful way to start, isn't it? You know, we have the presiding DTM, you know, who was mentioned about the 3 R's precisely. Now, this is a joint meeting between Oceans Toastmasters Club in Chennai, India, and Star Millennium Advanced Club in Singapore. We have retouched the 2. And what's the third? I always believe there's always 3. 3 is a magic number. And the third is other people across other regions and other continents. So that's 3. And DTM, you know, Kwan Hong was mentioning about the 3 R's. We all know there's a lot of evidence that the human mind has a special affinity for number 3, isn't it? So there is. 3 is the smallest number that we need to create patterns, the perfect combination of brevity and rhythm. It's a principle captured neatly in the Latin phrase omnium perfectum, which means everything that comes in 3 is perfect, or every set of 3 is complete. So we are going to have a perfect and complete joint meeting with all the beautiful people with us today. So without further ado, let me first introduce, you know, what is this event is going to be, this beautiful journey dawn. The dawn is born, and we are going to move forward with a beautiful meetings ahead. Now, this is a very special meeting because this is one very rare occasion you see or you witness so many different appointments. A general evaluator, a grammarian, our counter master, timer, idiom master, and even a listening master. What a way to become a global Toastmaster, aren't we? So let me now introduce our general evaluator to take us through the appointment holders rules. May I invite TM Satish, please? And before I invite Satish, I want to say something about Satish. Satish is not a standalone person. He works as a team, as what he does in Toastmasters World arena. He also leads the team at Mosaic Line. He's passionate about Toastmasters. And you know what's the advantage that Oceans Toastmasters have? He loves creating posters, beautiful and enticing posters for his club and for everyone. And is a part of Division H and District 120 PR team. That shows and that spells out Satish's expertise. So over to you, Satish. TM Satish, it's now your turn to introduce your role players of the day, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon once again to everyone. So it's a great warm to welcome you everyone for the joint meeting. Today I'm going to play a role as a general evaluator. So evaluation is one of the very backbone for Toastmaster of the every meeting. So with that, to evaluate the entire team, so I have some tag team. So where they will go ahead and help me in order to go this meeting perfectly. Okay, let me introduce my tag team. Hope everyone would be able to view my screen. Can anyone thumbs up? Okay, thank you so much. So I'm going to call upon timer. So timer is that is Toastmaster Anis. I think everyone would be able to view my screen. He is working as senior executive in Vestas Windmill Technology, and he is unique talent called beatboxing, and he love to do cooking, travel, and stage performer. Let's put our hands together and welcome our timer Toastmaster Anish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as a timer is to keep time for all the speakers to ensure that everyone speaks within their time. This will also help to ensuring that the meeting runs on time. To help me to this, I have 3 colored cue cards on with me. So I will raise the hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Yes, okay. I will raise the green card when the speaker hits a qualifying time. Then I will raise the yellow card when the speaker hits the target time. And I will raise the red card when the speaker has reached their end of their allotted time. For example, for a 5 to 7 minute speech, I will I will raise the green card at the 5th minute, the yellow card at the 6th minute, and the red card at the 7th minute. In the end of the meeting, I will present my report with the evaluation master. One of the skills the Toastmaster practices expressing a thought within a specific time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anis, for explaining your roles and the responsibility. Let's move on to our next tag player, that is our counter. She has completed mechanical engineering and listening to music and badminton. And she would like to do new things in her life. On top of that, she is preparing for UPSC examination. Let's put our hands together and welcome our Toastmaster Anna to explain her roles and responsibility.
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today I am going to play the role of our counter. I will be noting down the usages of arts, ms, and so, and repeated words, and I will be submitting my report when called upon by the GE. Over to the General Evaluation Master.
Thank you so much, Anna, for explaining your roles and responsibility. Let's move on to our next role player. That is, in today's life, when we are trying to speak to anyone, grammar is very, very important. For this particular meeting, to evaluate the entire meeting, so I have the tag player, that is distinguished Toastmaster Kenneth. So he is currently serves Secretary of Star Millennium Advanced Toastmaster Club, and he was past VP Education. Please welcome our Toastmaster Kenneth.
Am I supposed to say something?
Yeah,
And
you may
yeah.
share your roles and responsibility. Yeah.
Okay, my responsibility is actually to provide word of the day for Toastmasters to to speak and use the word as much as possible, and secondly to look at the use of the English language and see whether there's anything that we can improve upon. And of course, I'm not a linguist, okay? So please do forgive me if I point out something which is incorrect according uh, to what you think. So please bear with me. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Kenneth. Let's move on to, so today we have two special person who will initiate this special session, I would say. So now I'm going to call upon the idiom master. She is working as HR engagement partner in Accenture. She is interested in Zumba dance, reading books, and she is former president of Oceans Toastmaster Club. Let's put our hands together and welcome our idiom master, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I'm Toastmaster Kalpana. I'm playing the role of idiom master. Today, the idiom is topsy-turvy. The meaning is upside down. I'll repeat. The idiom is topsy-turvy. The meaning is upside down. Idioms can help us to improve our conversation skills. When we use idioms and phrases in our conversation will be more lucrative and appealing to the audience. I would suggest all the prepared speakers and the table topic speakers to use the idiom of the day. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. Let's move on to one more special person, I would say. She is going to have the conduct the listening. She'll be the listening master. She is none other than DTM Elisha. So she is passionate about Toastmaster. Her hobbies are reading books. Let's put our hands together and welcome our distinguished Toastmaster Elisa.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Listening master is actually part and parcel of a Toastmaster's journey. If we do not listen very carefully, we will not be in a position to answer back intelligently and effectively. Our whole world will be topsy-turvy, upside down, if we try to answer something that does not match the head or the tail of the conversation. So I will be listening very, very carefully to those of you who will make some outstanding statements and also who will use the word of the day, topsy-turvy, upside down, and see how that is being incorporated into our everyday life and our everyday conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Elisha, for sharing your roles and responsibility. So with this tag team, so we are going to start this meeting. So by end of the session, I will ask everyone to share your report, and I will also share my general evaluator feedback. Thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Of this elated. Okay.
You are on mute, Chitra.
My sincere apologies for that. Thank you, TM Lokesh. And once again, sorry, thank you, TM Satish. Both of you have wonderful, beautiful names, so I'm confused. Thank you, TM Satish. Once again, welcome back. And now the next is the most awaited segment, the prepared speech segment. And today we're having 4 distinguished people going to present their speeches. And they are all the big guns, the big gurus in their own profiles and their own ways. Let me first introduce DTM William Lim from Star Millennium Advanced Toastmasters Club. He's the first speaker for the day, and he's going to speak on knowing me, knowing you. Before we invite the evaluator to tell us a little bit more about DTM Williams' objectives, let me share a little bit of DTM William. William is no stranger to Toastmasters arena. He was introduced to Toastmasters in mid-1990s. Since then, he has participated in various Toastmasters clubs, presentations, platforms in Singapore and across the region. He's a cultivator of human potential. So there you know what he's all about, Toastmaster, isn't it? Real Toastmaster. And he's trained in many fields. With the skills, he has helped many companies to grow traditionally and virtually. So we have a very distinguished speaker who's now virtually presented to us to speak and present his project on Knowing Me, Knowing You. How does that happen? And to that, I invite our evaluator who's going to evaluate DTM, William, and he's none other than TM Punhari. TM Punhari, may I invite you to read out DTM Williams'
Toastmaster
objectives.
Chitara.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters. It's my pleasure to do the evaluation of Toastmasters William's speech. Toastmaster William is going to deliver his speech from Pathways Level 1. The path he's chosen is Presentation Mastery. From Presentation Mastery, he's delivering his speech, project number 3. The purpose of his project is for him to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. All the best, Toastmasters William. Timer, please make a note. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, now DTM William Lim, Knowing Me, Knowing You. Knowing Me, Knowing You. Over to you, DTM William Lim.
100% of those people that we meet every day are human. Your employees are human. So if you can't handle human, then you can't handle your business. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Knowing me, knowing you. If you don't really understand yourself, how are you going to understand others? Life is all about getting to know yourself first. It's just like a tree, a fruit tree that you're looking at. If you want to have the best fruit on the tree, you need to look into the root of the tree. You need to make sure that the tree is able to stretch out to the best nutrients in the earth so that they can produce the best fruit for the people. So it's just like you. Have you rediscovered yourself to make sure that you are able to give others the best that they want to be? Many times we have seen people very stubborn and very authoritative on what they want to do. But then again, ask yourself, are you really there to make the difference? Do you really know yourself so that you can actually make the changes in your company or in the world? If not, then what are the things that you need to do right now to make sure that you are able to make the best out of yourself as well as deliver the best to the world? You see, there are people who like to blame. They'll say that, oh, the world is not fair to me. You guys are not respecting me and so on and so forth. But then again, there are things that you need to look into. Firstly, do you respect the people around you? If you respect every single one of them around you, basically everyone will start respecting you. If you treat people like dirt, people will go away from you, or probably on the other hand, they will treat you like dirt as well. So where do you want to stand from here? So if you don't really know what to do right now, is very simple. Just be humble, be sincere, and be friendly to those people around you. Talk to them whenever you can, just to find out what are the things that they need. And maybe that is what you have been looking for as well. So do your best and you'll bless them as well. So these are the things that you need to look into. Now, there are also people that always say that, hey, I'm in bad luck for so many years and so on. Why is it happening to me and not to others? Well, it's all about us being not able to look out of our comfort zone. Most of the time, we are so comfort within ourselves that we just want to do the same thing every now and then. Keep doing and doing. And if you're doing the same thing, what kind of result do you expect? The same result. It will not change unless you change the way you do things. Look into different perspectives and so on, and then see how you can become a better person or how you can become a better business person. So once you start improving yourself and so on, basically you start changing the way that you do things. When you start changing the way you do things and so on, things will change for the better. Okay? So in a way whereby when we plan our goal, how do we actually plan our goal? Once the goal is set, yes, you go all the way. But what if, let's say, you have obstacle? Do you navigate? Yes, you need to navigate. You need to adjust yourself every now and then to make sure that at the end of it, you'll be able to reach the goal that you want. But then again, if you're not doing that, you keep on dashing for it and you're banging walls after walls after walls, at the end of it is either your head bleed or you don't actually have the confidence to carry on any further. So you need to start learning about what you yourself wanted. What are the things that you really want in your life for your family? What are the things that you should improve to make sure that you can get to the next level? Life is all about improving. Life is all about improving, my friend. In different stage of our life and so on, we will become a different person. I can say it could be every year or every 5 years or every 10 years. We learn something new, we become a better person, and we change in different stages. And these are the things that we need to embrace and make sure that we are able to improve ourselves so that we can also improve for the people around us. So what do you really want to do in this present moment? That's why the title is called Knowing You. Knowing Me is Knowing You. You start to understand yourself further. Unleash that potential within yourself. And then from there itself, you'll be able to do more things. If you can't really do that on your own, what I can suggest is that look for a good mentor. A mentor that is almost on par with your kind of character, a jovial kind of character or whatsoever. If you are jovial, look for jovial. If you want to become a better so-called more of a so-called what should I say that? So, more of a focused kind of person in the job, then you look for someone that is very focused and teach you the way how you actually focus in your life so that you can reach your goal as well. So ladies and gentlemen, start understanding yourself, start knowing yourself before you start knowing others. But once you start knowing yourself and you understand yourself, the world is for you to keep because you already know what other people want and how you can expand your business further, as well as you can actually expand your horizon to become a better speaker in Toastmasters. So ladies and gentlemen, knowing me, knowing you. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM William. See, when a dawn is born, it's very calm. And so was DTM William's speech, calm and steady. So that's the calmness. Well, next is a very beautiful lady who's going to present to us First is Knowing You, Knowing Me, was presented by DTM William. Next is Responsibilities are supposed to be fun so that you enjoy it. And to do that, we have Toastmaster Krupa Jacob, who's going to present to us the next project. Who is Krupa Jacob? Well, she's a very fun-loving person, and she's from Ocean's Toastmasters Club. She's an editor by profession, and you know what she loves? She loves books, which are more a passion than a hobby for her. And she's an aspiring entrepreneur and passionate soul in pursuit of her dreams. Dreams comes true, and there comes responsibilities, which are going to be fun for her. And to take us through Krupa's objectives, let me welcome Toastmaster K.S. Rajan. Toastmaster K.S. Rajan, could you please share with us Krupa's objectives? Thank you. Rajan, you're muted. Could you unmute yourself, please? Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nice Saturday, and we are going to have this wonderful joint meeting. Let me go through the objectives of this speech. Purpose statements. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing a plan, building a team, and fulfilling the plan with the help of his or her team. In this case, her team. Next, the purpose of this first speech is for members to give a short overview of the plan for this speech project.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. It is the second speech.
Second speech, is it?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm reading the
No issues.
evaluation form. Sorry. So the purpose of this second speech is for members to give a short overview of the plan for her project. All right. That's how the object is. Over to you, Toastmaster David.
Thanks, Toastmasters K.S. Rajan. Krupa, you are given 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5th minute, the timer will flash the green belt, and on the 6th minute, he'll flash the yellow belt, and on the 7th minute, the red belt. So look out for him. You can pin him if it's going to be convenient for you. And with that, TM Krupa Jacob, with responsibilities are supposed to be fun. Responsibilities are supposed to be fun. TM Krupa Jacob. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and thank you so much, my evaluator. I think I can juggle one ball. Okay, let me try. Can I do 2 balls? No. Let me try 3. Oops. Have you felt like this, Toastmasters, juggling too much of balls? A very good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters and also Toastmasters of Star Millennium Advanced Toastmasters Club. Have you had responsibilities resting on your shoulder and felt stressful? Or like I was juggling the balls, right, and dropping them? Have you felt that way? Or if you have some responsibilities, new roles and responsibilities, you have some expectation. And if that doesn't come, have you feel disappointed? Like if you were expecting oranges and you keep getting lemons. Okay, wait. I will address to all these issues at the end of my speech. Responsibilities are supposed to be fun. But many a times, if we get more responsibilities or new responsibilities, we feel stressful. We have some expectations. And if those expectations are not happening, we feel little demotivated. We have a teamwork. If everyone is not in our line or not thinking according to what our vision, we try to impose our dreams, our vision on them. Have you felt like that? Yes. Once this term, I was being given the responsibility of heading the newsletter for this term. It was quite a big opportunity and a responsibility. I was like very serious. I should do it very well. I should do it in a very outstanding way. And then I got a little stressed. Will I be able to complete the responsibility? Will I be able to stick to the deadline? I was like stressful. On that time, I got a call from my sister. I was like sharing my concerns with her. And she was like, yeah, well, do you remember the alien cat story? Yes. How can you forget that funny story? Yes. And I'll tell you about that alien cat story. I have my sister's son, who's my nephew. He's just 4.5 years old. So he's an artistic person. He's a charming child, but little mischievous at times. So once he came to my home and we were practicing rigorously for his school assignment. What is it? My pet. We were like drawing, what shall we draw? And we decided, let's have cat. So I gave practice for my nephew to draw a cat. We were like having after some rigorous practice on that day. My nephew drew something which I never expected. See, it was like something like this. Yeah, if you closely watch it, right? It has 5 legs. I was like very annoyed. I have taught him so many hours spent, and you draw something like this. Is it a cat? I was asking, when does a cat have 5 legs? Can you count the legs? I think you can count. He was like very cool. You're so grown up. You don't understand that? Like that, he was giving me a look. I was asking, what is this? He said calmly, it is a grown up cat. So it grew another leg. Funny. In spite of my disappointment, I laughed. A 4.5 years old logic. Small cat, 4 legs. Big cat, 5 legs. This is what responsibilities are. Many times we have, while shouldering responsibilities, we have some expectations. We have some workflow. If something like topsy-turvy, something happens like that, are we flexible enough to manage that? No. Many a times we are not able to realign our expectation, or we try to impose our thoughts towards them. From this, I remember that having fun is important. Sometimes we have lofty goals while having a responsibility. Like I have to finish this newsletter well ahead of the time. I should do it in a very impressive manner. Yes, it's great to have a goal. It's great to have ambitions. But we sometimes forget that while doing these responsibilities, something unexpected happens. We have to be flexible enough to incorporate the changes and also take a step back, relax, and have fun doing the responsibility. And during this newsletter, I learned that responsibilities not only teaches many things, it also gives a way to explore many things. It is a medium to have fun. Newsletter is the way of connecting the readers to the writers. If that is achieved, who am I to crib when if my expectation is not fulfilled? Don't you agree with me, Toastmasters? So life keeps giving you lemons. What can you do? I'll give you a simple solution. Make a lemonade and enjoy. After all, responsibilities are not only responsibilities, they're also supposed to be fun. This newsletter, we had different responsibilities of collecting the articles, editing the articles, and also designing them. Thanks to my team, I was well able to complete it well ahead time and able to post it. So I have learned that responsibilities, if you're flexible enough, are supposed to be fun and will be fun. It will not only be fun, it will teach you many things. So don't you agree with me now, Toastmasters, that responsibilities are supposed to be fun? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirba. That was a very interesting and engaging presentation. Thank you. So responsibilities are fun if you're flexible. What a sharing that was. Thank you very much. Next, we are going to have today's, if you look at today's topics, they're very interesting. They're loves, about love, forgiveness, knowing each other. So we have heard about fun way of looking at responsibility. Next, someone's going to share about forgiveness. You know someone, you enjoy, you become fun responsibility, look at respond in a fun way, and then learn to forgive. What is it? What am I talking about? Well, let's listen to the next presenter. And she's none other than DTM Kandi, who's going to talk about forgiveness. And before we invite her evaluator, let us take a look at what Gandhi is all about. Gandhi loves to read and write, just like all of us, isn't it? And currently her love is more than that. She looks forward positively to every other day, to enjoy it and to appreciate the magic of what the day brings. She loves action movies. Well, she doesn't stop there, but more so, she admires the action heroes in the movies. That is Gandhi for you, Toastmasters. And let us invite Gandhi, DTM Gandhi, to speak on forgiveness. And before that, can I invite our evaluator, Toastmaster Swetha, to take us through our objectives. Toastmaster Swetha, please.
Thank you, TMOD, Toastmaster Sitara. Well, today DTM Gandhi is going to attempt her level 1 project 2 research in presenting. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. The project objectives are: the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research method and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Before she proceeds further, I request to DTM Gandhi to forgive me for evaluating her speech. Thank you so much. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swetha. And now the platform is yours, Toastmaster DTM Gandhi. DTM Gandhi, forgiveness. Forgiveness, DTM Gandhi.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, you can.
Very good. Very good evening to the Ocean Toastmasters. I'm elated to see y'all on this Saturday cool evening. Singapore is raining and it's very cool here. I'm going to talk about forgiveness. Do you know what is the main cause of sickness around the world today? Even doctors has confirmed it. Food and environments are external factors. Yes, true. But do you know there is a deeply seated and internal factor that is the main cause of sickness, the hidden, subtle, unseen enemy, which does not surface at all if the person looks cool as a cucumber, but internally sitting and brewing a volcano. That enemy is called emotion. It can be unhappiness, anger, jealousy, irritability, worry, depression, even laziness. And the worst of all this emotion is not able to forgive people. It can be friends, it can be family members, or even husband and wife. Let's look, what is forgiveness? Forgiveness means different things to different people. Generally, it involves a decision to let go of resentment and thoughts of revenge. The act that hurt or offended you or endangered your life will be always with you. But forgiving that thought can lessen the grip on you and help to release you from the control of the person who has harmed you. Forgiveness can even lead to feeling of understanding, empathy, and compassion for the one who hurt you. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing the harm done to you, but it's for you to bring yourself a one level ahead to forgive the person internally and forget the matter and move on with your life. People who do not forgive or do not want to forgive easily, in the end, they end up in some sorts of sickness. I believe that all of you know that our body is surrounded by magnetic field or energy field. And this feeling of not forgiving easily is carried by the person 24 hours, 365 days, throughout your life for many, many years. What will happen? This will become collectively a ball of unwanted energy, sit at a place where it has to sit, and will cause a sickness. What are the benefits of forgiving someone? You'll have a healthy relationship. You have less anxiety. You won't remember that person. You won't remember that incident anymore. You'll be able to look at the other side of the person and pity the person. Some point of time will come, you will pity at the person. You'll have a lower blood pressure, fewer symptoms of depression, a strong immune system, a good heart health system, and good self-esteem. You'll feel more confident. Do you think forgiving others is meant for them? No, my dear friends. Sometimes our life can be topsy-turvy, and that's when all these things will come up and push you to the wall until you can't move away from there. When you forgive the person who done harm to you, it can be physical harm, mental harm, emotional harm, or even words, verbal harm. It means you are get released from that entanglement of that person. You are released from that situation. When you are released from that situation, you realize you will have peace in your heart after many years. You have a quiet time in your heart. You won't think about that particular nasty experience anymore. You look at that person differently. You will tend to look at the person more understanding and why the person did that to you. And sometimes every action has a reaction. Sometimes that ugly incident is started by us. So when we come to realize that we are part of it and learn to let go, you're releasing yourself from the situation, from that person, and you're also letting that person to release from you. Well, what is the mechanism? I can give you one simple mechanism. When I say forgiveness doesn't mean that you go to the person and say, I forgive you. No. Internally, you tell yourself, I forgive this person. And this person is not in my life anymore. I forgive this person. So, dear universal, let me have peace. Let the person have peace. And bless the person if you can. It change your life and will change his life. So I hope you all are elated to know the mechanism to how to forgive. And I also believe, analyze the situation when you are in such a situation. Write it down, break it down, and you can see the root cause of it. So don't let our life to be topsy-turvy. Let be an elated one. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Gandhi. Forgive and be at peace. What a liner that was. Next, we are going to have another very exciting speech by DTM Manju K. Manohar. Once you forgive, you must learn to let go and to grow. And DTM Manju is just going to share with us just about that. And before we invite the evaluator to let us know about her objectives and purpose of the speech, let us know a little bit of Manju. Manju has been with the Toastmasters for about 7 years now. She has been a president of both a corporate and a community club. Got distinguished president status for area and was awarded Star Area Director in 2019-2020 that was just ended, the term that just ended. What an achievement. Please let us give a round of applause to Manju for that great achievement. Congrats, Manju. And let us now invite her evaluator, DTM William Lim, to take us through her objectives and purpose. DTM William, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. Well, this speech itself is supposed to be inspiring the audience. So the purpose statement for this speech is the purpose. There are two purpose statement over here. Firstly, the purpose of this project is for the members to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspire others. And the second one is the speech is for the members to inspire the audience. So as a speaker, I guess DTM Manju need to really inspire us. And I'll hope to see what are the things that I can actually help you to improve from here. Because the biggest room in our life is the room for improvement. So back to you.
Thank you, DTM William. And DTM Manju, your time is 5 to 7 minutes. In the 5th minute, you'll be shown the green card. 6th minute, you'll be shown the yellow card. And at the 7th minute, the red card. And DTM Manju, let go to grow. Let go to grow, DTM Manju. Over to you, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me ask you a question. It's a very private one, but then this is family, right? We are the Toastmasters family, Star Millennium Advanced Toastmasters Club and Oceans Toastmasters Club. So please type in the chat window if you are an egotist. At least, have you ever been an egotist? Please be frank and candid. So shall we? Let's start with SA Lokesh. Yeah. TMOD Sitara, Kriba, Satish, Indu, please pour in your responses in the chat window. Yeah, Kalpana says, our former president says sometimes, Kriba says sometimes. Wow. Duray says always. Really hilarious. Okay, so friends, I have another question for you. Is ego necessary for survival? Or let me rephrase the question, which is more important for survival? Is self-respect more important or ego? If you are in favor of self-respect, you can type SR. So I have typed SR. Okay, so there we are in agreement. And do you feel that ego sometimes kills relationships, even the best of the ones? Ego? Okay, I think you know everything. Okay, so today I want to admit to you that this realization that ego is not so important did not come to me easily. Yes, friends, this story is from around 12 years back. Yeah, I was a much younger me, slimmer, maybe prettier. You can imagine, now my hair is gray. But then back then, I was kind of good. Do I look good now? Yes. Yeah. So I was a project manager working for a Fortune 10 company. Yes, top 10 companies of the world. And I was very proud about myself, not only about my work, but also about the beautiful little family that I had. I had a very young boy at that time. And like Toastmaster Kripa just mentioned, the young boys like to paint, draw, all these. You can also see a cat here, but it doesn't have 5 legs, but it's a cat. And then, my cubicle used to be full of these kind of, photos of my cute son, which mom wouldn't call their own kid cute, right? I was one such proud, arrogant lady. Yes, I felt, okay, I have it all. And then there was the twist. There came a lady. Her name was Tanisha, name changed to protect her identity. So let's call her Tanisha. And she was, she never even smiled at me. Whenever anyone drops into my cubicle, everyone would say, "Oh, Manju, this is so cute. Is this drawn by your son?" Of course, yes, not by Picasso or Leonardo da Vinci. And then, this is so cute, so cute. Your son is so adorable. And then I'll keep bragging about my son. But when she came to my desk, she would look at me, and then I could probably, sum up our relationship. It was at the best like the frozen Antarctic before the global warming set in. Okay, so you can understand how good our relationship was. I would try to smile at her in my own egotist way, as if I'm being condescending. And then she and me were really competing for the top spot because there was only one promotion that year, and only the top 10% of the employees would get that. It was post slowdown 2008. So it was, it's all is fair in love and war, and we were all out at it. But then one day, my maid, she came to me and started crying and then said, Akka, my Akka means sister in Tamil in India. So Akka, my sister's kid, she's 18 years old. She's pretty good with her studies. And then she showed me her mark list. Wow, 10th standard, 12th grade, awesome marks. I'm like, wow, all A plus. She's an outstanding student. Yes, Akka, now she's studying for engineering in one of the colleges. She's in her second year. I said, yeah, then why are you crying? Because my Akka's husband lost his job, and my Akka works as a maid. She's unable to support this young girl. And can you please help me do something about it? I am like, I have a big housing loan EMI, the proud me, I wanted a car, the big fancy house and everything. So I had all those loans. I was not in a position to help her. But then I thought there was a part of me which was still good, which wanted to win that respect or do something for the fellow human being. So that part of me thought, what can I do? So I immediately typed an email, got all the mark lists scanned, and sent it to all my acquaintances. Yes, and also put it on social media. But remember, it was 2008. Social media was virtually non-existent. If you remember, there was something called Orkut. Facebook was a little baby, maybe a toddler probably at that time. So it did not draw any response. So I resorted to basically try to do cold calling, not exactly cold calling, but I started calling out my friends and acquaintances, all my colleagues, except Tanisha. Not her, not me. I wouldn't go to her. And then in next 2 to 3 days, we were able to raise 20,000 rupees. Yes, friends, everyone were just like you guys, Toastmasters. People started giving $100, $200, $500, 20,000, but I still needed another 30,000. So where would I go? So eating a humble pie, I approached Tanisha, my nemesis, and I told her. She looked at me and she said, okay. She started grilling me as if it was some FBI inquiry. And then I explained, all for a good cause, right? I swallowed my ego and then explained. She said, fine, send me an email. That's it. Next day, do you think miracle happened? Tanisha donated? No, nothing happened. 48 hours went by. Suddenly, my account had 40,000 rupees. New account credited. I'm like, what happened? Somebody transferred. When I got in touch with them, you know what had happened? Tanisha did not donate. Tanisha sent that email to all her acquaintances and her business analysts, and all of them pulled together 40,000 rupees, all because I could swallow my ego. So, friends, let go of your ego. Let's be the better person. Let go of the E in the ego, to grow. Because what stands between you and success, what stands between you and growth, what stands between you and wealth is ego. So this year, are you ready to let go and grow?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, DT and Manju. Wow. Let go your ego and let's grow together. Brilliant, brilliant experience sharing. Thank you so much for that. And now we have come to the end of the prepared speech segment. Next is another exciting segment, table topics. The segment that all of us wait for, don't we? Because we all get volunteered by the Toastmaster, table master, table topic master. Now he or she volunteers us to speak. So that's exciting a little, isn't it? So I'm going to invite the table topic master, Toastmaster Anita, to present the next segment. And Anita, could you please also have a brief introduction about yourself? Thank you.
Thank you, TMOD, and I sincerely apologize for not sending out my introduction. Yeah, I am Anita. I belong to the Oceans Toastmaster Club. I have been with this club for the past 2 years, and I work for a company called CMA CGM. It's a shipping company, and I love to be part of the Oceans Toastmaster. It is useful for me both on my professional as well as my personal front, so that my kids get inspired when I do the Toastmastering. I have my kid standing next to me here. Okay, let's get into the table topic session. I'm really elated to be hosting this table topic session for the first time in the year 2021. And I would like to call upon, I think I have some volunteers. Ilios, are you available?
Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Did I pronounce your word, your name correctly?
Yes, Ilios.
Ilios. Okay. Happy New Year to you, Mr. Ilios, Toastmaster Ilios.
Yes.
The topic that I have for you, 2021 has provided us a new planet, Earth 2.0, to live in. How would you want the life of human beings in that new planet?
Can you repeat?
Yeah.
It is breaking.
Yeah, 2021 has provided you a new planet, Earth 2.0, the next version of the Earth, to live in. How would you want the life of human beings to be in this new planet?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, welcome to Oceans and SMA Star Millennium Advanced Club from Singapore. This is Earth, and this is it. We welcome the year of 2021, where we are still living on Earth. Well, you should not take something for granted. We have been lived in Earth since the beginning of our life. And you are asking me, what will happen if we move into the new planet, the Earth 2.20? What will happen to the human beings? Well, we are just shifting from the offline situation that we should meet each other in person. And we are shifting into we meet each other in windows like this. This is the best thing to open the new opportunities to see something, to listen something, and to feel something that is new, totally new to you. Like this, I dare myself to visit another country, another district, another part of the world that I would like to listen. How beautiful are your voices? How wonderful is your thoughts? And most of all, how I feel elated to listen to every single of you deliver your speeches, deliver your thoughts. Can you imagine? One word can change the world. And you have spoken so many words in your speeches. So you have changed not another the world, but you change people life by what you have said. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Toastmaster, and this thing is one word, one word. Back to you, TTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilios. You have provided all the energy for the year 2021 with your speech. Let me move on to the next volunteer, Toastmaster Lokesh from the OTC Club, Oceans Toastmasters.
Sorry, Sweta, would you like to tell the time that's given to the topic, table topics? It's 1 to 2 minutes. You may want to share the timing with the audience. That'd be good. Thank you.
Yep. It's 1 to 2 minutes. You'll be shown the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes.
Thank you.
So, let us move on to the next volunteer. Lokesh, are you available there? Okay, do we have any other volunteers till we wait for Lokesh?
Toastmaster Anita, I can go on.
Yeah, Kalpana. The topic that I have for you is, most of the physical movements came to a halt in 2020. Did your mind stop and think about what went wrong in 2020? If yes, can you share that?
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for the wonderful topic. Honestly, people know once we become adult, definitely the physical movements, it's getting deteriorated day by day. As a kid, no, we were running around, we were playing, but once we reach the adulthood, all our physical activities have come down. And definitely once we reach 30 or 40 plus, and due to health issues, again we'll pick up all the physical activities. We'll start taking care of our health by doing yoga or any other exercises, walking, running. But then definitely all of us had some kind of activities. Once this lockdown started in 2020, whatever we were doing, that also have that movements also have got reduced. However, some of us definitely know whatever we could do, we did internally during inside our homes or inside our areas, whatever we have. However, definitely to be personally, I had a habit of running, particularly in 2019. I started in 2019, and initial 2020, I had the habit. Then once lockdown started, I could not able to pursue my running. So my habit has been like, honestly, it has gone, and now I just walk only. I don't run. I can know. Even I can think of some other folks also here who would have given up your good habits. But then don't worry, now things are getting changed. Whatever good habits you had, whatever physical activities you've been doing, just continue. Whatever you could do in your capacity, bring that habit up. Continuously do it. And health is important. And physical movements are very much important. Whatever you could do in your capacity, move around, do it. Thank you. Back to you, TT Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. Another health tip for the year 2021. Thank you. Next, can I have a volunteer who has kids at home? Probably kids studying in school. I want to have some of the experience from our Singapore team. So anyone from the Singapore team with kids? If no, it's okay. Even if they are going to college, it's okay.
Hi, this is Kavita. Can I try with the topic?
Yeah, sure. So how old is your kid?
He is of 8 years old.
Okay, he must be doing his classes through online last year, right?
Yes.
Okay. So children were at home doing online classes and other projects related to their school. Who do you think have gained more knowledge? Is it the children or the parents?
Obviously, both children and parents have gained more knowledge, especially in my case. I learned Kannada and Hindi from my children's online classes. Even though the teachers are following up with the students very strictly, still parents has to put their hands and efforts to make the students study and make their exams. So in that case, I used to follow up with all of my kids' studies, including languages, mathematics, science, a third language, second language, everything. So since I'm little new to the third language, Kannada and Hindi, I am learning along with him. Apart from that, he has other activities also from his school, like art, drawing, Spanish classes, music classes. So along with him, I also used to learn some music, some dance movements. Along with Spanish, also I have read with him. So this pandemic lockdown has given me a lot of chances to learn along with my kid, and it gave me opportunity to teach more and more than his teachers to him. So over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. That is well said. I would say that it is parents who have gained more knowledge during the lockdown. I like to convey my credit to my daughter, who has helped me in learning video makings and improve my presentation skills as well, which I use it for my professional, my office works. So the next volunteer, Lokesh, are you available?
Yes, I'm available.
Yeah. The topic for you is money and power. Which do you think is the driving force for a person after his passion?
Okay, good evening, everyone. That's a very interesting topic. Both are, in its own way, has its plus and minus. I would say it is power, because irrespective of how much money you have, people are always driven towards power. Whether you have no money or you have all the money in the world, they want to gain the authority. Money is also a way of showing the world that you have all the power. It is always one of the power is always one of the most important things that drive people, like how DTM Manju talked about ego, that is primarily driven by power. With when you lose or gain money, you can always let go and you can earn those things back. However, power is something which you don't want to lose at any time. When you lose, you really feel that you are out of the world, and that many people commit commit suicide and go to the extremes, because they lose power. Of course, they also lose money, but when that is that's again in terms of communicating back to them that it is the loss of power. So I would say I would go with power. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lokesh. Can we have the next volunteer?
Yes.
Can
yes.
we? Yeah.
Yeah, Manta, I'm Kiran.
Yeah, Kiran. So I just randomly picking up the topic. This was not intended for you. The topic is: you have your cupboard filled with all kinds of shirts and pants, but you still go out for shopping and see a very nice shirt and crave for it. How do you avoid yielding to this desires from buying it? Can you give us some tips?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Yeah, sometimes if we have the lots of dresses and pants, so when you look into someone, if they wear nice dress, automatically our mind it goes there. Yeah, I should buy and I should wear. Even though if we have the similar dress kind of things, Actually, that is a human psychology. So then that time, like when you have desired that kind of things, we should try to control ourselves. If we have some any meditation kind of things, meditation, even though I'm not doing, but if you try to, actually, I'm not doing this meditation, but I'm doing in ISKCON, uh, ISKCON, that chanting and all. Earlier, right, I was getting more frustration in case if I won't achieve any particular things. So after I started some chanting these kind of things, so I'm getting more relaxation. So even if I want to achieve particular things, in case if I didn't particular things, I'm realizing exactly why I didn't reach particular thing. So similarly, in case if you want to buy, and you should realize why you need. You anyhow you already have the like enough shirts and pants. Why you need? In case if it's really needed, then go for. Otherwise, you can escape, and you can buy in the some other, like instead of the spending that amount money to here, you can invest some other place. So that money, then you can think. So in outside we can see lots of the poor people are there. So if you give that amount to poor people, so they feel so happy. Why? Because you have enough shirts and pants. That is. So when you want to think about thing, you can think about poor people, how they're struggling. So then automatically you can control your mind. Over to.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kiran. I tried to do that from not buying any dress for my birthday yesterday, but I couldn't. The excuse that I gave was there are only few people who compel you and buy you a dress on your birthday. So I just accepted my husband's offer. So thank you, Toastmaster Kiran. Next, can we have guest Dinesh? Guest Dinesh, are you there?
No, I think no.
Okay, can we have any other volunteers? Yeah, Toastmaster Durai. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I am completed with all the interesting topics, Durai actually speaking. So it's a very simple topic for you.
Okay.
Can you share any incident, any one incident in your life which gave a new meaning to your life? An incident which changed the entire meaning that you gave to your life.
Yeah. Hi, this is Durai. Yeah, it's a good topic, Anita. Actually, every day as I have a kid in my home, every day it's a new learning. Whenever I thought of talking to my son, yeah, I will talk in a narrow mind, but he will talk with his perspective. Always, I don't know whether he has that much knowledge by watching the TV or people around us, but while he is speaking to me or he is answering to me, my narrow mind becomes wide. He has that much knowledge like that. I will get that, and I open into the new ideas. That usually happens. That happens in every day. That's one of the important thing. Other than that, in a particular incident, yeah, that's all. Thank you, Anita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durai. Kids coming into the family will surely add a new meaning to our life. So we will be blocked. No more freedom. Any other volunteers?
Let me try one. Rajan.
Sure, Mr. Raja. What do you see will be the opportunity in your field or profession that might help you in your growth this year? You can talk about your profession and what is that opportunity that you see in your field that will help you to grow in this year.
Well, actually, I'm semi-retired, but I do property. I'm in the property line, and I've switched to marketing properties overseas. And because of this trend, because of the COVID, the new opportunities just came up. Because many people are working from home and they need a larger house. So in Singapore, it was very difficult to sell bigger houses before. And now everybody is looking for bigger house because they want to convert one of the rooms. So this is an opportunity. So a lot of people, but before it was very difficult to sell 4-room flats and all that. Now everybody wants. Secondly, now they want landed property. Okay, landed property is also, which is more opportunity to bring where the children can come, you can park your car and do your work and from your office. So this is a new opportunity I find. And unfortunately, I can't travel. I also on the market the properties are great demand in Australia and UK, especially near universities. There are a lot of places that are very good returns because we built around universities. Great demand for to stay there, to buy houses near there. Unfortunately, I have to wait for a while until the travel restrictions are over, and I hope to embark on these opportunities, which was not hidden, which was hidden to me, from me before. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan. This is the advantage and benefit of joint meetings, I would say. A new perception on the real estate industry we have got, like I personally have. I thought it was totally gone, but it is a new perception that you had given to us all. So thank you. Thank you for the speech. Any other volunteers? I have one more topic that is pending.
TM, Anita, I think we can move on to the next segment because we're running a little behind time. So if that's okay with you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, TM Anita, for such an interesting array of table topics. Was really interesting. Thank you so much, and happy belated birthday on behalf of all of us from Oceans Toastmasters Club as well as Star Millennium, and also all our friends from overseas and other clubs. A very happy belated birthday to you, and also for your fellow Ocean Toastmasters Club member, TM Hariharan. I just saw that from Manju's chat. So from us to you, happy birthday. Well, we had a very interesting, session with the table topics, and thanks to Tim Anita once again. Next is the general evaluator. He is going to bring his team of evaluators on the different roles and share with us their perspectives. So for that, may I invite Toastmaster Satish, please. Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Yeah, now we are moving to next segment, that is evaluation. So to conduct this evaluation, I'm going to call upon the first evaluator. The evaluator, he is working as technical lead in impact system and interested in fitness and watching some informative videos. So let's put our hands together and welcome our.
Okay. And thank you, Toastmaster Satish, for the wonderful introduction. Good evening again, my dear fellow Toastmasters, especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster William. I inspired few areas by his speech. Today, I'm just going to evaluate his speech based on the objectives of his speeches. The main thing is the purpose of his speech is to research something. He had done the detailed research on the topic, like how as a human being, we need to analyze or understand ourselves, and how do we need to respect, how do we need to treat people, and how do we need to upgrade ourselves. It was an amazing topic selection, well researched by Toastmaster William. And next one is reinforcement. Throughout his speech, he was reinforcing the same content, like we have to analyze ourselves, we have to set goals, we have to work on our areas of improvements. And the next one is like his delivery. His delivery was very clear. Everyone were able to easily correlate his speech, and everyone were able to understand what he tried to convey. So overall, it was an amazing speech. So like when it's coming to clarity, it was very clear. And moving to vocal variety, what I could observe throughout his speech was the speech was like monotonous. There was no tonal variation throughout the speech. So here he has to improve. And eye contact was very clear. Gestures was very clear. And audience awareness, like everyone was very clear and everyone were able to correlate his speech into the daily activities. And comfortable, he was very cool and comfort. He was able to deliver his speech clearly. So the speech was very interesting and well researched. Overall, it was a wonderful speech. Again, I'm reiterating the areas of improvements. One is he has to work on the tonal variation. So otherwise, it was a wonderful speech by incorporating these areas of improvements that made his speech in a different level. Looking forward in the future projects from Toastmaster William. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Satish. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ponnharigaran, for sharing the great evaluation feedback. Now let's move on to our next evaluator to share their feedback.
Sorry, General Evaluator, would you like to share the timing that is given to all evaluators at one go? So they'll be aware of the time that's given. Thank you.
Sure. The actual timeline is 2 to 3 minutes. By end of 2 minutes, green card will be showing by timer, and 2.5 minutes yellow card, and 3 minutes green card. Now we are moving to our next evaluator. It's none other than Toastmaster K.S. Rajan. He is past president of Star Million Toastmaster Club. He served 3 decades with the Republic of Singapore Air Force, which is amazing, and he was a helicopter pilot. Wow. And he has been with Toastmaster fraternity for 14 years. Interesting. Currently, he is a leading real estate agency that is specializing in property investment at home and abroad. Let's put our hands together and welcome our Toastmaster Rajan to evaluate the speaker number 2. Over to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, particularly to Kriba Jacob. It was a fantastic speech, and you really inspired every one of us. And I really liked your opening, which was really captivating. What really struck was your throwing the ball and letting it drop and trying to juggle with 3 balls, and all this really drew our attention. And definitely, it is inspiring to see your action and your positive attitude towards the job. How to prepare a newsletter. It is, people take it as a chore, but you took it as a challenge. So it is really motivating, and I really enjoyed your speech. Okay, now I'll go through some of the pointers which are in evaluation form, which is first of all, the opening was excellent. The clarity. The clarity is very clear. I have no problem to understand you, and the flow of thought was really nice. One thing led to another, one thing led to another. There was no jerky. All ideas were related one another. Okay, so it's very clear. As far as vocal variety is concerned, this is a very good. You have it's very clear throughout. Unfortunately, at the same time, only point that you kept it at a high note throughout the speech. It would be good if you sometimes you go down a bit slow and sometimes you go up, but yours are more or less high, clear, high note all the time. Okay, so it was hope we, although it's clear, if you're looking at an audience, it would be a bit monotonous to the same pitch listening to the throughout the speech. This is an area. Next one is eye contact. Eye contact is something we are looking at us straight, But you must imagine we are on a screen of only a 2" by 3" or 5 cm or whatever is the size. So you are so tiny, and we couldn't see you much because you only use 1/3 of the area given. Okay, so a lot of space. There's a room for movement could not be exploited. So if imagine in your international speech contest, you should be giving, imagine an audience, the wider audience, and watching them, and you have more room to move around. Okay. The next one is your gestures were very good, and audience really enjoyed the speech. And I would only advise you to change your vocal variety and make sure you always have a landscape picture and not a vertical picture where you don't see. That's all I have to say. Please proceed on to your next project. Thank you very much, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajan, for sharing your great feedback. Now we are moving to our third evaluation. So which is none other than Toastmaster Shweta. She is working as HR training partner in HTC and interested in reading and writing and music. And she is past VP Education of Ocean Toastmaster Club. Please welcome Toastmaster Shweta to evaluate speaker number 3.
Thank you, General Evaluator. A famous saying states, the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. DTM Gandhi was able to deliver her research intense speech on forgiveness, and it truly reached all of us. She made us realize that our emotions are the one which drives our motions, actions, and reactions. She made me recollect the famous quote by Roger Ebert stating, your intellect may be confused, but your emotions will never lie to you. She then went on to elaborate the kinds of emotion we all have, though we should not carry them on ourselves as a backpack. She also then went on to describe the benefits of forgiveness. She made us realize, she made us understand, irrespective of the emotional harm, mental harm, or verbal harm being done by the other person, how do we stay calm? All time, one therapy, one favorite therapy for all this being forgiveness, which makes us understand how to be, which teaches us understand how to be empathetic and show compassion to people. Forgive the person internally and move on was the message she passed it across to all of us today. Though her speech was something to ponder and wonder about, I would have loved if she would have included her personal stories, conversations you would have probably had with people in daily life, and how did it affect you? Personal experiences or stating contemporary examples or examples of mental health professionals could have added more value. Number two, though her speech was all about mental health and emotions, which the entire world is currently facing or suffering from, I would have loved more if a pinch of humor element was added on top. All in all, thanks a bunch for making us realize to forgive others not because they deserve forgiveness, but because we deserve peace. Forgiveness is one such gift which we can give to ourselves. Let's forget and have a fresh start for our. Let's forget the past and let's have a fresh start for all our relationships to last. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for sharing your feedback. Now let's move on to our fourth evaluator. That is Distinguished Toastmaster William Lim. He was introduced to join Toastmaster in the mid 90s, and he is cultivator of human potential, trained in many fields, and with his skill, he had helped many companies to grow traditionally and virtually. Please welcome our fourth evaluator, Toastmaster Williamson.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and very good evening again, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, and especially to our speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Manju. I should say, a speech well done. Can we all give her a round of applause, please? Well, Manju, you are definitely a great speaker, as what I can see. A job well done. You actually control the questioning technique itself so well that you are able to engage the audience. That's why I love it. Fantastically position yourself away from the camera so that people can actually see at least half of your body or towards the ability to see your gestures. Now, you're definitely a gem to your club, your district, as well as those people around you. So I'm going to use the word gem as an acronym itself to evaluate your speech. So it's GEN. Now, first, G. G is actually your gestures. Use your gestures appropriately. For example, if let's say you want people to cut off all those ego way of doing things, okay, you need to emphasize that it is important that to do this. So gestures play a big part to bring you to the next level. So I hope that you can actually practice on your gestures so that it can actually help you to move up to the next level. Now, the second alphabet is E. E is your eye contact, because most of the, I believe your screen and your camera itself is of different position. So when you're looking at your screen most of the time and so on, while you're trying to see the audience reaction, the camera doesn't capture your eye contact with the audience. So somehow it deviates from us being connected to you while you're speaking. So probably you want to adjust your camera right above your screen itself so that you're able to connect with the audience while looking at the screen. Yeah. So the third thing that I want to share with you is M. And M itself is actually meaning of the words that you use. Do check the dictionary if let's say you're not sure of certain words to use. But then again, it's not your fault because we are taught this way in schools and so on. So we don't really know how to use the right word at the right time. Now, I heard that you actually use the word cute for certain reason. Now, the meaning of cute itself is actually ugly but adorable. Now, do you want to tell someone that he's ugly but adorable? Or do you just want to tell the person that he's adorable straight away? So the other word that I heard is actually the word kid. Now, kid has a few meanings in it. And the meanings of one of it is actually the young of the goat. So if you are asked how many kids do you have, I usually say, sorry, I only have children, I don't have kids because I'm not a papa goat. So choose the word correctly because sometimes audience may misinterpret what you are sharing. So at the end of it, I should say, thanks for the sharing. We can count the number of seeds within an apple, but we will not be able to count the number of apples within a seed. There's a lot of potential for all of us to grow over here. So let's learn together. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster William. Now it's time to call upon our TAC report to share their reports for this entire meeting. So now first I'm going to call upon our Toastmaster counter report. Over to Toastmaster Anna.
Good evening again, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Toastmaster Twang used so one tense and repeated words rejoined, and Toastmaster Chitara used so one tense. Toastmaster William used three so's and should and so that repeated words. Toastmaster Kriba used three so's and repeated words responsibilities. Toastmaster Gandhi used two so's, emotion and forgiveness as repeated words. Toastmaster Manju used four so's. In a table topic, Toastmaster Kalpana used one and two so's. Toastmaster Kavita two so and one repeated word some. Toastmaster Lokesh 1 so. Toastmaster Kiran 3 so's enough 1 time. Toastmaster Ray 2 so's and 1 That's all for today. Over to Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anna, for sharing the arc-out report. Now it's time to call upon our timer to get the report from Toastmaster Anish.
Hello. Can you hear me, Sadish?
Yes, Toastmaster Anish.
Okay, thanks. My report as a timer. Prepared speech, DTM William, 6 minutes 45 seconds. TM Kiruba Jacob, 6 minutes 20 seconds. TDM Gandhi, 6 minutes 50 seconds. TDM Manju, 7 minutes 15 seconds. And evaluation, Toastmaster Rajan, 2 minutes 34 seconds. Toastmaster Punhari, 2 minutes 30 seconds. TDM William, 3 minutes 31 seconds. Toastmaster Shweta, 2 minutes 42 seconds. Table topic speech, Toastmaster Elias, 1 minute 59 seconds. Toastmaster Kalpana, 1 minute 47 seconds. Toastmaster Kavita, 1 minute. Toastmaster Lokesh, 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Kiran, 2 minute 16 seconds. Toastmaster Durai, 1 minute 14 seconds. Toastmaster Rajan, 1 minute 30 seconds. Thank you, Sadish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anish, for sharing the timer report. Now it's time to call upon our grammarian to share the report. Over to Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Kenneth.
Please forgive me because I didn't explain the word elated when I was given the chance to do so. Nonetheless, there were two Toastmasters used the word, and they are Candy, let it be an elevated one, and Elios, Toastmaster Elios used that word as well. Congratulations. Now, I'd like to highlight some of the good usage of the English language, such as practice vigorously is a very nice word, rigorously, practice rigorously. The other one is realign our expectation, push you to the wall. Every action has a reaction. The biggest room in our life is the room for improvement. And they nice usage of the English language. There was the twist. So you can actually expect something turned the other way around. Eating an humble pie. Swallow my ego. Open up the opportunities. Embark on these opportunities. Very good usage of the English language. And I also noticed that we use quite a lot of rhetorical devices, such as, for example, the title, Let Go and Grow. Let Go and Grow, this is actually rhyme, don't you think so? Go, grow. Let go and grow, the topic is very clear because it gives me the impression that I have some emotional burden to let go of. So by not listening to the speech and by just looking at the title, it gives me the impression that what the speaker would want to convey in a speech. Now, the other one is Knowing Me, Knowing You. This is a powerful title, Knowing Me, Knowing You. Knowing. This is what we call the anaphora, repeating the first phrase or word, knowing me, knowing you. The other thing is that he uses me and you, which is a contrast. So knowing me, knowing you, it comes across very powerful. Okay, so The other one is that use of natural is that I should do it well, very well. I should do it responsibly. Let go your ego. Let go altogether. Let go, let go. Right word, right time. What stand between you and success? What stand between you and wealth is ego. See the repeating of the phrase or words at the beginning of the sentence. And we also saw good use of the idioms. For example, if life gives you a lemon, make a cup of lemonade. Use of simile, as cool as a cucumber. Use of epistrophe, which means the repeat of words at the end of the sentence or phrase. For example, mental harm, emotional harm. Write it down, break it down. And also we use contrast quite a bit. Small cats with 4 legs, big cat, 5 legs, small and big. And we also use this device called alliteration, repeating of the same letter at the front of words. For example, vocal variation, topsy-turvy. And of course, I can think of the other ones, maybe tweeny-weeny. Take it on a chore. Take it as a chore. Take it as a challenge. See? Challenge, chore, starting with C. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yes. The other one is that the weak can, I can't read my handwriting, I'm sorry. The weak the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is for the strong. Well, look into, perhaps not all speakers have this issue. If you want to use verb, you use project. But if you want to use it as a, sorry. Oh, okay, okay. If you want to use it as a noun, we pronounce it as project. Love, love. Horizon. Perhaps we should pronounce it as horizon. Opportunity. Maybe the stress should be opportunity. 3 decades should be 3 decades. Some other pronunciations such as, and grammars such as fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. Because we are addressing the crowd, so we are saying fellow Toastmasters and guests. End up the meeting. Maybe it should be end the meeting. Some point of time. I think it should be some point in time. We have been live in earth. We have been living on earth. Listen something. Listen to something. Change people's life. Change people's life. Why you need? Why do you need? Answering to me. Actually, it depends on what you mean. It can be answering to me or answering me. There are 2 different meanings altogether. I think that's about it for me. Congratulations. I believe you have used quite a good bit of good English throughout your speech and today's meeting. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Kenneth, for the detailed report. Now let's move on to our next participant, that is ADM Master. So over to Toastmaster Kalpana.
Just
Good
one
evening.
second. So sorry. Toastmaster Satish, I think Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Lukesh would like to take over now for a short while to explain to us on the voting process, if that's okay with you, before we move on to Kalpana.
Yes,
Yeah,
TMOD,
no
we
problem.
can do that.
Thank
No,
you
we
very
can do
much,
that.
yeah.
No, we can do that after idiom master and listening master completes their.
Okay, I thought you wanted to. Okay, sure. Sorry for the interruption. Toastmaster
No
Satish,
problem.
let me continue. Yeah.
Yeah, over to Toastmaster Kalpana.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. When I gave the idiom of today, I was really wondering whether all the Toastmasters would be able to incorporate this word. But you all changed my thinking topsy-turvy. I was so elated to see the Toastmasters incorporated the idiom of the day in their speeches, particularly Toastmaster Kripa in her prepared speech, as well as Toastmaster Gandhi in her prepared speech. Kudos to you both. Thank you so much for incorporating the idiom of today in your speeches. I would suggest all the Toastmasters and guests to use this idiom in your regular speeches. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. Now it's time to conduct, that is listening master from DTM Elisa. Over to distinguished Toastmaster Elisa. Elisa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Good evening, everybody, especially to the Toastmasters from the Ocean Toastmasters Club. This is the first time I joined a foreign club Toastmasters meeting. I was elated when Kwan Hong invited me to be the listening master. And I say, hey, what do I do? He said, just listen and pick up the best words or phrases that people spoke. And I was in a quite hectic. I was having quite hectic time trying to take note of those people who spoke sentences or fantastic, attractive phrases. And my notes are now topsy-turvy. So right now I'm trying to arrange them in some clarity. So hope you can understand what I'm saying, and you can even identify the speaker. Who say this? How many percent of employees are human? Who say this sentence? Can you answer me? How many
William.
percent?
DTM William.
You're spot on. You're spot on. Then he asks, how do you expect people to respect you? What must you do so that people will respect you?
DTM William.
Now, what did he say that you must do so that people will respect you? You need to set goals, then going all the way to navigate, but to achieve what you want to do, to achieve the respect, what must you do? One critical factor. One has to be humble, sincere, and friendly so that you are approachable, right? People respect you because they admire you, they like you. So if you're not humble, you're not friendly, nobody will come and approach you. Very basic principle in life. Who say this? He's able to correlate his speech in daily activities. Who make that statement? Somebody spoke and then somebody evaluate and he caught this sentence. These words were spoken by Pon Hariha, right? Okay, then Okay, because as I said, my notes are all over. This you will probably know. Your intellect may be confused, but your emotions will never lie to you. Who say this? Who say this?
Manju.
Gandhi.
No, it's Sweta. Sweta say this. Yeah? Okay, let me go. You are a gem to your club. Who say that? Who say that?
Yeah.
William say that.
William.
Yes, William say that. Okay. How to expand the horizon to become a better person? Who say that? Who's the speaker should be able to identify their own speech, right? No? No? Okay, I think this one comes from Kiroba. You will say this, can you remember? You say that responsibility is supposed to be fun, give way to expose many things, and then you expand your horizon. And who say this? Are we flexible enough to realign our expectations and inculcate changes?
Myself.
Kiruba. Kiruba say this. Okay. Who say this? Who gain more knowledge? Children or parents?
Dorai. Toastmaster Dorai.
Yes, because nowadays the world has changed upside down. With the IT and Zoom training all now, the children nowadays are more IT savvy than their parents. So parents are learning from their children instead of parents teaching children. The world has changed. I think all of you who have children will understand this concept.
Toastmaster Anita.
Kalpana. Toastmaster Kalpana.
Toastmaster Anita.
Okay. Now let me see. Yeah?
It is Toastmaster Kavita.
Kavita.
Yes, Toastmaster Kavita. Who say this? Expressing a thought within a specific time. Expressing a thought within a specific time.
DTM William.
No. It's from our timer, Anish. From our timer, Anish. Let me see what else I have here. The weak can never forgive. Is it true? Is it true? The weak can never forgive.
Yes.
Sweta say that. Sweta
Yes.
say that. Yes. And I like the one Kiruba says about you want oranges, but people give you lemons. But that is the way life is, and how you change your expectations. I thought it was very nice to compare between oranges and lemon. And oranges is huge and sweet, lemon is small and sourish. That's about all. I must say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to let me share what I have heard. And I'm really very happy to listen to all the speakers. And one thing I noted was today the theme seems to be one topic about human, knowing yourself, and then forgiveness, and then the thing. So the last one, well, everything seems to be touching on the human aspect. Thank you very much. Back to you, TMD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Elisa. It was a very great session, I would say. So thank you so much. And thanks everyone for my great tag team report and my evaluators. So thank you so much for sharing all the reports. Now it's time to share the general evaluator report. So from my point of view, the meeting started on time, and all the speech was very good. Even for the role player also did a wonderful job. And one more thing I just want to highlight, which is about the timer card. It was very informative. That is a very innovative, I would say. And the last session, which was conducted by Elisa, which was amazing. So overall, it was a wonderful meeting, I would say. When it comes to improvement part, I would say two things. That is point number one. I think as per agenda, we are just deviating the little time more on that. Maybe we should follow up on the next upcoming meeting. And point number two, maybe whenever the speaker is going to provide a speech, maybe we can turn on our video and give applause when the speech is over. That is the 2 point I just want to highlight. And apart from that, it was amazing session, guys, and thank you so much. And now it's time to hand over my meeting to Toastmaster of the day, Chitara. Thank you so much.
Thank you, General Evaluator TM Satish. And I must take this opportunity to apologize to you for interrupting your flow earlier. I'm very sorry for that. But I want to really thank you and your fellow evaluators and role players who did such an excellent submission of their reports. Thank you, everyone. With that, I would now like to pass over the floor to our Sergeant at Arms, TM Lukesh, to take us through the voting process. TM Lukesh, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Okay, here, I have just shared the voting link in the chat window. We will take the 60 seconds to cast our votings. So I'm going to start my time clock here. So the link is already out. Please go in and share your votes. The 1 minute starts now.
How do I vote?
It is in the link that I have posted in the chat window.
Don't see the link.
I can't see.
Not link is not there.
Yeah.
Lokesh, can you share it once again? Only the link.
Let me do that.
The link is can't be seen.
Okay, sorry about that.
Now it's coming up.
Oh, really?
So time again.
Share it once again. Only the link.
Let me do that.
The link is can't be seen.
The link has been shared in the WhatsApp group also.
Yeah, so now it is shared by TM Satish as well. I'm sharing one more time with everyone.
Sorry to interrupt. I could see that link, whatever Lokesh has shared in a Zoom chat itself.
Yes. I posted one more time. So just for the benefit of everyone, I'm starting the timer card from now.
And stable topic.
Three, two, one. Thank you everyone for your vote.
Toastmaster
Thank
of the
you.
day, you can take over from SA.
Thank you, everyone. And once again, I just want to share and put on record our sincere appreciation each and every one. And indeed, it was a very interesting and insightful meeting. And on behalf of Star Millennium Advanced Toastmasters Club from Singapore and Oceans Toastmasters Club from Chennai, I would like to thank all speakers, evaluators, appointment holders, and guests for making today's joint event such a successful one. A toast to all of you. And it was truly a learning ground, wasn't it? A toast to more joint events and more learning grounds to all of us. And one key takeaway, I must say, from today's session, be an attentive Toastmaster, or else you will have people like Elisa Chan testing our brains and twisting it to ensure that we have been listening from minute to minute of a meeting. So with that, more good years, more fantastic joint meetings with everyone. And I now hand over the session to one of the most beautiful lady and one person who had put a lot of effort to make today's event possible. TM Indumadi. She'll be doing a closing remarks for today's session. And before that, a little bit of what Indu. Indumadi is the president of Oceans Toastmasters Club. She has also served as the VP Public Relations in the last term. She loves adventure, solving puzzles, and brain teasers. A loving mother of two, and she's in the process of grooming her children. She loves learning new things and dimensions about very trivial stuff through her children. She learns from the children. What a lovely mother she is. And she's passionate about public speaking, self-development, and exploring new areas. Dear Toastmasters, let us put our hands together and welcome Toastmasters Indumadi. Indumadi, to you, please.
Thank you so much. So I know for the past 2 hours, everybody has been fulfilled with a lot of learnings, powerful speeches, takeaway messages from each and every one. Right from the role players, speakers, evaluators, everyone has done a tremendous job. So now, with all your consent, can we have 1 minute of fun game? If you all are ready, I can go with that. Are you all ready? Can we proceed? Yes. Or?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Fine. So before starting up the game, timer, Anish, please, when the 1 minute gets over, you just show the red card. I'll say when the game is starting up, I'll say the start. At that time, from now, at that time on, you can just count for 1 minute.
Sure.
So
Okay.
now the game is like this. I will tell a word. With that word, I will challenge the next person. So that person has to say some word relevant to the word which I have said. For example, if I say sun, then some other person can say heat. The other person say energy. Then the next person can say light. So something like this. Without taking any more seconds, you have to come up with your new word. And you have to listen carefully what the previous person had said. The person, as soon as the person challenges the other person's name, please, you have to tell the word which comes in your mind. Can we start? Give a thumbs up. Yeah, fine. Timer, please note down the game is starting up. The first word, I would say Singapore. Challenge, Sitara.
Green City.
You have to challenge the other person with the name.
I shall challenge Lokesh.
Meghalaya, I challenge Satish.
Himachal Pradesh.
Challenge the other person.
You have to challenge someone.
Okay, Anita.
No fall. Alpna.
She's not there. You can challenge any other person.
Okay. Anish.
Army. Kiran.
Cycling. Toastmaster Sweta.
Come on, running out of time.
Shweta, unmute.
Oh, I thought that was a word. Sorry.
Time's up.
All right. What is a word?
Cycling.
Sorry? Cycling. Okay, I couldn't hear. Thank you so much. All right. Travel.
Fine. I think the time is up. Thank you everyone for your significant contribution in making this fun up at the end of the meeting. So now I would like to say that today, right from the beginning, throughout the meeting, the energy level, enthusiasm was never ever dropped off, and everybody was actually doing their job in a fascinating way, I would say. Right from the beginning, there was an outstanding opening by the Lokesh SA, and then preceded by thoughtful message by the presiding officer, the DTM Chan, and the top-notch opening with the theme New Dawn 2021 by Sithara, and then the generous general evaluator who is Satish with an innovative ideas of showing the cards along with his gleeful, gleaming, wonderful general evaluation team members. Along with that, it's not that. 4 different splendid speakers with spectacular speeches and encouraging and enlightening evaluations by the versatile evaluators. What not we missed today? Everything was in a fully power packed, and the meeting I had a lot of takeaways and learnings in terms of earnings, which I'm doing today. So through this course of meeting, I would like to thank all the role players, speakers, evaluators from both the clubs, the SMA Singapore Club as well as the Oceans Toastmasters Club. They have been doing their contributions in a significant manner with in an impeccable way. This execution has been done. Without all your support, it wouldn't have happened in such a perfect manner. And my special thanks to the presiding officer of SMA Toastmasters Club, DTM Chan, because he had been there whenever I need some support, whenever I need some information from the members of his club. He has been there all the time, provided the information at the right time, and also the role players filling up everything. He has done it just like this, that much quick manner. He fixed up everything. So my sincere gratitude to him on behalf of my Toastmasters Oceans members. And next, my Toastmasters team, as well as the EXCOM members who had done a lot of effort behind this 1 week, collecting the headshot pictures of all the members by Lokesh and Satish. The flyers has been released on time by the VPPR Kriba, and the agenda, role players filling everything, even though it has been at last minute rushes, it has been coped up by our VP Education, Renuka. So everybody has done a wonderful job. It was spot on today. And now I'd like to announce the results. Has it been released? Yeah. So now it's time to release the results of today. First one, I would like to announce the best role player of today. Any guesses? The best main role player? Okay, I will announce it's none other than TM Sitara, who is the Toastmaster of the evening today. The next, the best ancillary role player, who is none other than DTM Eliza. Superb. Next, best evaluator, who is none other than the wordplay master of Oceans, who is none other than Toastmaster Shweta. Now, best table topic speaker, it has been shared with 2 members. One is Toastmaster Kavita, and along with Toastmaster Elios of SMA Toastmasters Club. Congratulations. Now, last but not the least, our best prepared speaker, who is none other than the last but not the least speaker, who is DTM Manju K. Manoga. So all of you please give hands to appreciate all these accoladed persons. So to complete this session, I would like to say, my dear friends, life is so short. So just make it so sweet. Forgive quickly. laugh uncontrollably, love unconditionally, live every moment, enjoy every second like there is no other tomorrow, and then show the attitude of gratitude. Along with that, inspire as many people as you can to aspire. So, with this note, have miles of smiles on your face so that you can make yourself commit to reach the summit of success in all your life with this new dawn of 2021. So, finally, I am so elated being a part of today's meeting and had a lot of learnings. So, with this, I would like to. Oh my God, I missed something. Is I would like to hear some feedback from SMA members as well as the guest Toastmasters, whoever has attended today. Whatever the good thing that you have liked or what more do you expect, you can come up.
May I?
Yeah, please.
Okay, I just want to say, just as incredible India, it's incredible Oceans Toastmasters Club. Excellent. Thank you for this joint meeting. And thanks for the invitation. We look forward to more such occasions with you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Excellent team you have.
Thank you, Sitara, for your wonderful words. So, Toastmaster Kavita, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I know the meeting was very fabulous. I'm flabbergasted with the meeting. All the sessions were lively, and I had very good lessons learned today. And one thing is, you have it would be great if you can given the direct Zoom meeting for joining. I have got disconnected again. If I was trying to reconnect again, it's asking for registration. That's little hard. You can change this approach if possible.
Yeah, we'll note it down.
Yeah.
Sure. So, any more guests from? I don't see any more guests. Any other fellow Toastmasters from Singapore Club, SMA? Anybody would like to?
I think Rajan, you want to say something?
Okay, I think it is good that SMA evaluate Ocean Club and Ocean evaluate, because we have different perceptions and what it should be. And so it gives a very neutral opinion and a new direction, so that nice to know the evaluation and with another country. And sometime even have people in our group from Russia, they may be joining us. Also, we have also other foreigners who are members of our club. So you can see that it's a good idea to get the independent view from overseas. That's all.
Thank you, KS Rajan, for your feedback on us and wonderful message as well. So now, anyone else would like to share something?
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. This is the first time I joined an Indian Toastmasters Club Zoom meeting. Initially, when I tuned on, it was quite difficult for me to really catch what everybody is saying. I guess that is because of the, the slangs in your Tamil language. So after a while, then I was able to home in and understand. Then I can start to write exactly what you people say. Initially, I was quite lost what to do, how do I catch the words? What is the lessons that the speaker is trying to impart to us? And I am very happy that today it seems to be one synonymous topic and all about humans and their behavior. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, I too felt the same. I felt that this is the first ever time we are having an joint meeting with an advanced Toastmasters club. So it's an immense privilege for I would say, relatively young club like Oceans. We have a good mix of very young Toastmasters who have joined just couple of months back, just like we have Nitya and Lokesh also joined us 3 months back. So it was, I would say, a big challenge as well to have a joint meeting with an advanced Toastmasters club where all of you would have finished certain levels, but really enjoyed the process. Just like Eliza ma'am mentioned, the message, I think it was as if we had some telepathy. All of the message, when I thought, okay, DTM William is also speaking about this, then you have DTM Kandi, she's also speaking about that, then Kriba, it's almost as if we had some telepathy and we were all trying to give some messages for in humanity in general. So I really like that, and it went with the theme of a new dawn as well. The new dawn, the theme, brilliant theme. So thank you so much, and I would wish to thank DTM Tan because he was the one who came to Oceans. He traveled across the oceans to yeah, and then we were so impressed with him. So we asked him, okay, shall we have a joint meeting with you? I think he's a very good brand ambassador for your club.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for all the wonderful feedbacks from all the wonderful Toastmasters here. So the 2020 was completely a topsy-turvy for each and every one of us. And I feel with this new dawn in 2021 today, I think
We just missed. Sorry.
Yeah.
The connection just got interrupted. Yeah.
everyone will be elated. Am I audible?
Now you're back. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So with this, without the heart to leave off signing off this meeting, but already we are running out of time. Maybe all the people will be having their own schedule in their personal life. I would like to sign off here, declare this meeting closed. So we'll meet once again next week, next Saturday, our very usual time, 3:30 or 4. It has to be concluded soon. So till then, signing me off from this meeting, it's me, Indumati. We'd love to listen to you all in that very next meeting on the coming Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
Let's take a group pics.
Yeah, please, everyone turn on your videos. We'll have a group pic.
Smile, please. Yes, done. Thank you.
Since the meeting is officially over, just for all our Tamilians in Chennai, Thai Pongal Nalvalthukal.
Thank you so much.
I think Indu will say Shishya. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that wording there. Okay.
She's learning Mandarin. Indu
and Manju.
Yeah, me too.
See you all soon and hope for more good times ahead. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
See you guys again. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.